play is about the formation of visionaries, and we have two visionaries on the stage with us tonight who've left their mark here, and I'm just kind of curious to hear what you guys talk about. What were your influences? What formed you as the way these sort of characters became who they are? Paul?
It's funny, I remember when I grew up in New Jersey in the suburbs, and one of the things that's so wonderful about this play is I was so hungry for any information, especially historical information, about gay figures and gay personalities and amazing gay people, that whenever there would be anything either openly written about gay history, I would just devour it. And I would seek it out, but there'd also be the people you suspected were gay but wasn't sure. There were the magazines and things, and the show business figures, so that there was everyone from Harriet to Paul Lynde. So that it was, and it was just a delight and a sense of discovery. And what's so exciting now is that you can have full plays and a lot more information available for everyone. But the first time I saw The Normal Heart was life-changing, which I think it was such a absolutely necessary evening of theater on every possible level. It was during the peak years of the American AIDS crisis, and there was no place else to get any information, let alone any art, because the TV networks, the newspapers, the magazines, nobody was covering anything. It was quite off the radar. And so people were going to see The Normal Heart as the only place where this stuff was being talked about, and it was thrilling and incredibly upsetting. And Larry and I were just talking that there were, in that initial production at the Public Theater, the numbers of people who were infected and who were dying were painted on the walls of the set. So what was strange about that whole period was that, on one hand, it was a desperately, horribly tragic time. On the other hand, especially in terms of theater, it was wildly exciting, because you could see a play like The Normal Heart and get high on the possibilities of theater and on a sense of, especially Manhattan community and gay community, that sense of, okay, at last this was being talked about. But it was also the sense of the possibilities of theater, that sense that, oh my God, you could now write about this, you could write about anyone. And it was such fresh turf, which for any writer is tremendously exciting.
Tell us how you came to write this wonderful chunk of history.
Yes. I'll tell quickly. But basically, I had been approached by the San Jose Rep a few years back to adapt a musical based on Studs Terkel's book, Coming of Age, which was about a bunch of political activists and anarchists who were all over the age of 70. It was all these interviews. And there was this one chapter called The Others. And in The Others was this man named Harry Hay, who I'd never heard of in my entire life. And so I put him into this musical where he was a recurring character. He came in 4 times. And every single time he came on, he stole the show. And one of the reasons, or a couple of reasons that he stole the show was, one, that he saw the world differently than anybody else. And also because he was completely unapologetic about who he was. And that's when I just started doing some research.